from his studios in New York. It's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Top Dog is officially here for the first time, and I'm so excited about this. And it's proudly presented to you by K9 Kampground and K9 Dog Daycare. So I feel very honored and privileged. K9 Kamp Dog Daycare and K9 Kampground proudly bringing these to you. Every single week we'll be doing the top dog, and it could be with any sport, it could be any team, but I choose one top dog. Could be somebody in the community. But it's chosen once a week, every Friday in the second hour of the show, typically at 10 a.m. Eastern time, but today we went a little bit longer with Rob Conrad, so that's all good. I know people wanted to hear from him. So, K9 Kamp Dog Daycare and K9 Kampground proudly bringing you the top dog, and I'm very, very excited. Whenever you hear this, and I'm going to proudly play this for you. So whenever you hear this sound, and I'm going to play it for the people first and foremost on MixLR. When you hear this sound, so they just heard it. And now for those of you here on Facebook Live, facebook.com/livenowdt, whenever you hear this on your airwaves, you know that the top dog is about to be announced. Whenever this sound comes to you, you know that the top dog is coming. So let me get you that sound right here. We have so much here in the studio, so much going on at any given time. So whenever you hear this beautiful sound, know that it's on its way. And I want to thank my wonderful little puppy, Lily, for lending her voice to us to be able to do something like this on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, because she's such an amazing part of my life, and she's an amazing part of so many people's lives because she's so sweet and she's such a good girl. So whenever you hear this, once again, whenever you hear that sound, this sound that's right here, whenever you hear the sound of Lily, you know that the top dog is coming up here. Whenever you hear this, we have the top dog, which is unveiled live Fridays right around 10 a.m. Eastern time on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Like I said, a little bit later today. So thank you to Lily for lending her voice. Thank you to you for tuning in, whether you're watching or listening. Thank you so much. Top dog is where I pick essentially what it is, the top dog of the week. And I get to pick that person from anywhere, any walk of life. So the top dog for the first ever unveiling of it is officially going to go to the Syracuse defense as a whole. The Syracuse defense for the football team as a whole against Liberty. I know it was Liberty. I know that they're a new FBS team. I understand that they're an independent team, but you still got to get through the line and you still got to do your job, and it's still got to have good technique. So to Lakeem Williams for 1.5 sacks, to Elton Robinson for a half a sack, Curtis Harper for a half a sack, Kingsley Jonathan for a half a sack, Evan Foster for a sack, Josh Black for 2 sacks, Kendall Coleman for 2 sacks, 8 total sacks by Syracuse in their debut of the 2019 football season, 14 tackles for a loss, 8 sacks in this game, plus a couple interceptions, just straight up killing it out there. The top dog this week, proudly presented by K9 Kamp Dog Daycare and K9 Kampground Dog Boarding, goes to the entire Syracuse defense.